Did you know that prayer is not all about you? Before we start praying, we should ask ourselves, what is prayer and what does it mean to me? And what is required of me when it comes to prayers? What is required of me when it comes to praying? I see prayer as a conversation much more than it is a monologue. I like to open myself to God and what God is putting into my heart and what matters to Him for me to be His hand and feet into the world and enact the needs He puts into my heart. And for a conversation to happen, it involves two people, me and God. For a conversation to take place, it's also a give and take. Imagine if you had a friend and all that friend was doing is talking to you without listening to you. That would not be a relationship. That would not be a conversation. That would be simply someone telling you things and you're listening to them. But there would be no relationship. There would be no communication. And furthermore, there would be no friendship being built because it's one-sided. It's only in one direction. We cannot be full of God and full of ourselves at the same time. We cannot be full of God and full of ourselves at the same time. When we come to God in prayer, we silence ourselves and we empty ourselves of everything that is worrying us. We empty ourselves of all of our fears, all of our preoccupation, all of our worries. Prayer is mostly an act of humility and surrender. Prayer can't simply be about you. If prayer is only about you, you miss the point entirely. When we spend time praying, we allow God to keep transforming us, to keep making us a new creation. We allow prayers to transform us, and then we go into the world and we transform the world. In prayer, if we are more concerned about our worries than hearing about God, prayer will not have its way in our heart and in us. Prayer will not change us. If we are more concerned about the trials of today that we are facing, more than hearing what God has to say to us, then prayer will not have its way in us, and we miss the entire purpose of praying. When we start praying, it takes the focus out of ourselves and open ourselves to God. Today, spend time praising God, giving thanks to God for all the blessings you've had and you're having and will have. Thank God for who you are. Thank God for all you have, even though it's not everything you want. In prayer, we want more of God and less of ourselves. In prayer, we must take the gaze off of ourselves and our problems and put the gaze on God.